Welcome to this week's video for Split Tech City. Today we're joined by Burazin, the director of Code Anywhere. Code Anywhere is a piece of software for programmers to be able to code anywhere around the world. And you've got offices in 4 countries around the world, 4 places around the world, and over 1,100,000 users. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Excellent. But today we're going to be talking about Shift Conference. So tell us a bit about the background of Shift first of all. Why did you start Shift? What is it?
So Shift started in 2012, or the first event was in 2012. The first idea of the event was in 2011 at a conference in Vienna. So with the startup that we were doing, me and my friends were traveling around the world to these sort of conferences, startup conferences. And there was nothing like that in Croatia, but the energy, the vibe, the excitement on those sort of events was very appealing to us. And we were at an after party or at a dinner, I can't remember exactly, with the founder of that conference. And I'm like, hey, why don't you have like this conference in Croatia? And he's like, why don't you do it and we'll help you do it? And it sort of was a why not moment. And we said, okay, why not? And we actually started to do it. And then it was just me and a couple of volunteer friends that decided to organize a startup conference in 2012. Up until then, we have never organized anything bigger than a birthday party. So we had no idea what we were doing. And the first year came, we had 200 and something people at the event, which was amazing. And people were happy with it and they wanted to, like, sponsors were calling, we want to do it again. And then we sort of went into it year after year after year after year. At one point, we changed it from a startup event to a developer event. One of the reasons was a lot of time and energy went into the conference, and there was no direct benefit for the company, which is Code Anywhere. So we decided to change it into a developer conference so that the entire team that also works at Code Anywhere, if nothing else, it's a marketing expense for the company because we're attacking the same user, which are software developers.
Perfect, brilliant. So so 2012 was the first one. Where was it the first year?
The first year was in the youth center, pretty close to here. After that, it was in the Gallery of Modern Arts, where now we have dinners. And after that, it's been in the Croatian National Theatre in the city of Split, and it's been there for 5 years now.
Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. And thinking about how it's developed and stuff, you talked about having that energy and the vibe that you saw in Vienna. Has it managed to reach that height? Has it gone past that, or? Well,
I actually really believe that the energy we've had it since the first year, and it's been sort of embroidered in our DNA with the conference ever since. So the idea of a conference was doing sort of a Cannes Film Festival for like startups or for like the IT segment. So the conference, that's why it's in very historical, beautiful places in Split, like the National Theatre. There's music during the event. We have a full-time DJ. We have light shows on the actual event, which gives it a special kind of pizzazz, let's say, rather than just being a stuck-up conference. And you can see like the mostly young people at the conference having new ideas, trying to build new things, and that sort of mindset and that sort of energy in that space gives you that sort of like positive feel. Yeah,
brilliant. So let's come now to the year 2018. First of all, tell us, when is it?
The 31st of May and the 1st of June.
Perfect. Can you tell us, are we going to see any special kind of steer or specific subject areas this year?
So the way it's focused mostly is towards web and mobile developers, which is because most of the people in the region are web and mobile developers. But we also try to have some new technologies for developers that are up and coming or think that are pretty cool. So you will see a little bit of blockchain on there, but aside from that, you'll also see a little bit of voice assistants. I don't know if you've seen lately Google's new voice assistant, which can actually make phone calls for you and talk to people. If you've not checked that out, and we have a person from Google that actually works on voice assistants to come and talk about how to develop for them.
Brilliant, very interesting. So basically you can get Google to call your wife and...
Yeah, the actual, exactly. So the actual example that they showed was Google ordering a haircut. So talking to a hair salon with the person, going back and forth in dialogue, what time, one type of haircut and whatnot. And the voice assistant did it all by himself.
Perfect, okay, very interesting. And tell us, who do you expect to see there, or who should come to the conference?
The conference, the majority of participants are software developers in some sense, but along with that, people that work with software developers or that work on similar projects. So you'll have designers, DevOps, you'll have managers, both that are developers and that just work with developers or hire developers. So anyone in that segment, and of course students, you'll have them as well. So anyone from a company that has software developers or plans on hiring them, they will be or should be at Shift.
Good, and Shift is an international conference. We have international speakers and we have people coming from different places around the world to come here?
Absolutely. The majority of speakers are international. So we have speakers from Shopify, from Google, from AWS coming to Split to talk. And you also have people flying in from Estonia, Latvia, Australia, Italy, like all over the world.
Perfect, good. So we're really grateful for having Shift and Split. As part of what Split Tech City are aiming to do is to promote us to the international community. So it's brilliant to have such a big event going on here. Any final words for the audience about either Shift or Split as a tech city or anything like that?
Well, just final words that one of the reasons we started Shift was exactly that, to promote Split in that sort of light, to get people from all the world, both speakers and attendees, to come. So if anyone's thinking about looking for a reason to come down to Split, definitely Shift, I think, is more than a good reason for anyone in the tech industry to come down. So we more than welcome them to come and to see the event and to experience Split.
Perfect, thank you. So that's it. So Shift conference happening in a couple of weeks. We'll share the website with you so you can see who's speaking, where you can get your tickets from. And if you are coming from another country and you need some advice or help, you can always get in touch with us at Split Tech City. We'll be more than happy to help. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Cheers.